Got weak glutes? Check out this video.
Hey, welcome back everybody to this week's edition of 2 Minute Tuesdays. Now this week we're talking to those of you who feel like your glutes are just not up to par. They're not firing, they're too weak, they are not where you want them to be. What things can you start doing with your workouts to help change that?
Tip number 1, make sure you're doing well-rounded, lower body and core, specifically resistance training. Oftentimes we are doing just glute work when we think our glutes are weak, but actually sometimes the glutes can become weak because of other areas that are also weak. So make sure that you're strengthening. We always recommend total body, but we do find that lower body exercises and core exercises really directly feed into glute strength.
Tip number 2, consider utilizing isometrics. One thing when we have an area of our body that is weaker is our body starts to compensate around that area. So if we're doing more dynamic exercise, what can happen is our body starts to compensate around the area that we're trying to target. In this case, it's the glutes. One way to try to combat that is to not be moving while you're trying to do the exercise. Instead, holding a position, doing an isometric, and just focusing on squeezing the intended tissues.
Tip number 3, find your local MAT specialist. There's something in our muscles called inhibition, and sometimes when muscles are inhibited, it's very hard to strengthen them with traditional type exercise and even rehab type exercise. What MAT does is goes in and works on those inhibitions so that you can use your exercise to actually start strengthening the tissue.
Check out an expanded version of this on our blog and tune in next week Tuesday for another 2 Minute Topic.